Hi everybody, this is Howard, the Teaserking, with part 2 of week 1 analysis. I apologize, my internet is cutting off when I'm reviewing it, so that's why I have to do 2 parts. But back to what we were talking about. So I've played a lot of multiple team teasers. But what I like to talk about is some of the methods that I'm using, like why did I pick Arkansas and Mississippi State as my lock? How did I arrive at it? Well, first of all, it's a very strong trend. The SEC teams have to win these games against these smaller competition because they got such a hard schedule. And Arkansas's got to play Alabama, Auburn, LSU, Ole Miss, Mississippi State, whoever from the East. It could be Georgia, Florida, South Carolina, A&M. So basically, when they get a game like this, they have to win it. So that's what I like about it. Now the spread was 33 down to 27. It actually dropped to 31. Like I said in my week 1 video, you got to be careful of the line movements. I'm almost never seeing them work. I mean, it's like almost every line movement in week 1 lost. I don't know too many where it won. If you just bet it straight, like Arkansas went from 33 to 31 and a half. People were betting on UTEP. They lost. There was just other games that lost. What I'm taking out of week 1 is the matchups. I'm looking at the new quarterbacks, like Arizona State. Their quarterback's terrible under pressure. A&M's quarterback was okay, but he's nothing special. But I noticed A&M blitzing a lot more. They're probably vulnerable against the run. So like an Alabama is going to give A&M fits, but other teams won't. Watching UCLA, Josh Rosen looked very good. It was his first start. Had no problem against Virginia, the way he handled pressure, the way he dropped the ball in. So these are what I'm taking note of in the week 1, is what's happening, who looks good. I just take notes on each game, and I'll make who's the strong team, who's the weak team. Temple beats Penn State. Mecklenburg, I don't know. He's number 1. He's a first-round draft pick. And why? I mean, that guy can't handle pressure. He couldn't complete anything. Couldn't read defenses. I'm sorry, that guy is nothing. Yeah, he might have a good arm, but he doesn't have a good mind, and that's the key to it. So when he gets in the NFL, he couldn't handle Temple's defense. He's going to handle, the Cowboys or New England's defense or Baltimore's defense, Pittsburgh. What's he going to do if that happens? So anyway, I just don't see it. But I'm getting a read on the teams. I think UCLA is going to be very, very strong. Duke. I'll be interested in this Michigan State-Oregon game. Oregon, I noticed, they let up 35 points to Eastern Washington. They don't have that strong a defense. And I know it's Michigan State let up 24, but I know Western Michigan has a very good offense. Wasn't totally surprised. So I'm learning who's good, who we can bet on as we go. Had just a superb 17-1 is just unheard of. I played 7 and 8 team teasers, like I was saying in part 1. You get better odds with the 6-pointer. You don't need the 4 points. Once in a while, like I said, I tried playing a 6 or 7 team teaser. I think I bet 20 and I would win 120 on like a 7 or 8 team 10-point teaser. I mean, it's just, I don't know. I don't see the value in it. Because if you lose the one game, you're out. And even if you hit them all, you're not really winning that much. But if I played, I think it was a 17 teaser, you bet $50 to win 550. That's a lot better than a 10-point teaser. You bet $50, you're going to win 150. So I don't see the value of the 4 points because I can hit these 6-pointers very good. What else did I take? Just explaining my theories to the people in Vegas, showing them the sheets. I mean, there's a method. I've been doing this since I was 10 years old, so I know what I'm looking for. I think that's what's different. I can spot talent very well. That's what sets me apart from the other handicappers. They just look at the numbers, or they're just salesmen. I'm an analyst. I'm not a salesman. I don't try to sell you. I try to make you money. my focus is on, well, after studying and analyzing and watching this thing since, the 1960s basically, and seeing what wins and what matchup. It's all matchups. Temple Penn State's a matchup. Now Temple plays Cincinnati. It's a different matchup because Cincinnati's the passing team. Penn State, I'm not quite sure what they are. Temple moved on Penn State's defense, so I take that. I'm going to move on Cincinnati's defense. So you look at the things. What I try to do now is rank teams as far as, are they an over and under team. Western Kentucky's very much an over team. I'll look at teams with good offense, no defense, or good defense. Temple's an under team, a good defense with no offense, or a little offense. Then I'll look at Oregon. They're an over team. Arkansas, to me, is very good. They'll be a live dog all year as long as everybody's healthy. And that's the first key, is you look at the team, okay, but now you got injuries. Case in point, the kid at Pittsburgh, Connor, he's great, All-American. He's gone. He's broke his leg or whatever, and he's out for the year. That's going to affect the way I look at Pittsburgh now. Pittsburgh would have been a live dog. Now they're not. A couple of quarterbacks went out. I'm trying to think. I'm drawing a blank, but I'll keep that in mind when I'm analyzing the game. God, I can't think of the injury to the quarterbacks. Oh yeah, the kid out of BYU, Tyson Hill, and I had BYU against Nebraska because of Tyson Hill. Now he's out. Now here comes Boise. Now if Boise was laying 3 and Tyson Hill was playing, I'd take BYU as a home dog. But now that he's out, I got to watch the backup quarterback. Last year, they got nothing from the backup quarterback. So you got to look at that. I took Boise's quarterback's not that good. They barely beat Washington, who's really not that good this year. I take that UCLA could win. I think USC's an over team. So just going through the conferences, you can see, maybe Minnesota's not bad. They held TCU pretty much. Utah looked good. Michigan was about what I expected. No, not a good passing attack, good defense. So you start marking the game, but what I'm looking for is the matchup. Well, how do I derive at that? I've got to understand the personality of the team. Quarterback, are they running? Are they defense? The coach, are they trying to run? Like Arkansas is a running team. They can throw it. They're a running team. Alabama opened it up a little bit. Virginia Tech loses their quarterback. They were giving Ohio State all kinds of fits. Ohio State looked better with J.T. Barrett than Carnell Jones. And Jones, he can't run the option. He's like, Barrett's much quicker. But against a team where they need to pass the ball more, Carnell Jones is a better option. So he's not that great of a runner. He's big. He can get you 5 yards, but Barrett will get you 50. So you just look at that, but that's a luxury Ohio State has. They can play multiple matchups very well. So that's the data I'm trying to gather by watching. That's the beauty of being in Vegas. You got 6, 7 games going on at the same time, and then another 5 or 6 going on after that. So I'm watching, and I basically have my notepad and I'm taking notes. Temple, yeah, great defense, boom. Number 5 looks good. So I'm trying to watch that. I got to watch Rosen. And you don't get all the games at home and what ESPN can offer you. So being at the sports book with multiple games, you're watching multiple players, and you see how they play, and you see the matchup. UTEP's playing Arkansas, and they're getting killed, and they're still running the option. They can't throw the ball. So if UTEP gets the lead on a team, they're going to pound them. But when they get behind, they can't throw it. So things like that. I just had a huge week, and as we get going, you'll get more different matchups. So basically, it's trying to understand the team right now, get the matchup, see the new coach, see the new quarterbacks. I'm trying to get a flavor of who I can bet, who I can't, who's the winner and who's the losers. The Arizona State kid, I have a hard time betting. That guy's terrible. You can't read a blitz. A&M's blitzing the guy. On the other hand, A&M's got this running quarterback. He got hurt in the game, but I don't think it's too serious. He can't pass at all, but he can run. So depends on the matchup, depends on who you're doing. Anyway, so that's my thought on what happened. So again, getting matchups of the teams. Just a fabulous week. Baylor, Michigan State came through, and everything on Saturday. I mean, Notre Dame looked okay, but is Notre Dame that good, or is Texas that bad? Texas terrible. They're a team that runs. They don't have that good quarterback. How good's Florida State? How good's Oklahoma? You got a lot of that going on. So you're basically just looking at what you got out of week one. The betting went fabulous, like I said, and you don't need that 10-point teaser. I just found that the one loser I had was Arizona State, and they should have won, but again, getting 9.5, 13.5 didn't really matter. All the other ones won, so why would I need 10 against 6? And I don't buy that. I just don't like the odds on it. Aren't very good. I got a 15-teamer at 30 to 1. I'm getting 30 to 1 on a 15-team 10-point teaser. If I play the same 15-team 6-point teaser, I think I'm getting 50 or 60 to 1. It's not more. I think you win a couple thousand with it. So it's just there's a big difference, and I'm not sure that the 4 points is going to come into play. Maybe once or twice, but not like the 6 points comes into play. Anyway, I'll have a week 2 video coming out soon. I have a Pro Lock, which I've already posted. I've already played it with my college lock of week 1. Also, I have at least 3 teams or 4 college that I love that I probably will lock. I have one real strong lock and probably 2 others that I will lock. Looking ahead at week 2, so I'll have that video out very shortly. Basically that's it. So if you have any questions or comments, feel free to email me. Again, the website's www.teaserking.com. One other thing, the William Hill Sportsbook in Vegas, and I think you got to be there. I don't think you can go online and do anything. They don't charge a juice on college teasers. So the Arkansas Mississippi State teaser, I bet 100 to win 100 or 200 wins you 200. There's not like at Caesars 100 wins you $89 or something. Here 100 won me 100. So highly recommend the William Hill for college teasers. I also noticed that multiple team teasers. I was going to do a 4 or 5 team teaser, taking the pro lock with my college lock for next week, and the odds are much better at the Venetian. It's called CGI is the name of the book there. But it's like, for example, I think a 3-team teaser, Caesars pays you 7 to 5, and at the Venetian it's 8 to 5. That's huge. I mean, you're getting extra money for making the same bet. It's not like Caesars line's better than the Venetian's line, so I'm getting it. So that's another thing when you're there. So the William Hill for the college, don't play at Caesars, don't play at MGM, play at the Venetian or the William Hill. Will give you the better odds on your teasers. So I noticed that, and the teaser cards, you sometimes get better odds on the cards than you do just going up to the window. One thing I also did, I got several pro games where the spread was 2.5. Indianapolis, San Diego, and Arizona, where I teased them. I put them in a 3-team teaser, and I have 3.5 points. When I noticed yesterday, they went down to -3, so I'd only be getting +3. It's huge because very easily those teams win or lose by 3 points. I don't see San Diego or Arizona or Indy losing by more than 3, and I don't see them losing, but I don't see them losing by more than 3. So therefore, if I got 3.5, I'm turning a possible tie into a win. That is huge. So that's why I say shop early and shop around. When I was at Caesars, those lines were 3, and at Venetian, they're 2.5s. So I bet them, and I put them in multiple teasers. When I like a team, I put them in 2, 3, 4 teasers. I got Arkansas last week in 2 or 3 teasers, Mississippi State. I played them together, so you still want to play your 2-team teasers. So I had Arkansas, Mississippi State, I had the over in the Tennessee game with the Mississippi State. I had Arkansas with Baylor. So I had those. But then I still played. But then I said, oh, let me take my locks. So then I took Arkansas, Mississippi State with my pro lock. So I'm still playing the 4 teams. I'm still going to play the teasers. But now I got 4-to-1 odds on my money as opposed to like laying 11 or 12 to win 10. And in the pro one, I'd lay 12 to win 10. College would be even money if I bet it at the right at William Hill. But when I put them together, now I'm going to play all 4 anyway. I put them together. I don't bet as much on it, but my reward is much greater than if I would have bet them each separately. And then what you want to do is trap. So let's say you play a 5-team teaser. Add the Monday night game. Even if you don't like it, just take the Monday night game. And if you get there, now you've got to be able to trap the game. So if you're doing it in Vegas, you've got to be there Monday night to trap it. Otherwise, it doesn't work. The idea is you bet, let's say, a 5-team teaser, and you add the Monday night game. And the 5 win, now you got the Monday night game in a trap. So then you bet the other side straight. So let's say, like I said, you got Frisco and 8.5. Then you bet Minnesota minus 2.5. One of them has to win, and you could easily trap the game. So you can do that also, and get a 6-team teaser, and you bet $50 to win 300. Then and that's the last game left. All you can lose is 50, so you can bet 150 on the other side straight. You're either going to win 100, the 150 minus the 50, or you're going to win the 350 minus the 150. So either way, that's what you want to look at. Is now I can try. I can't lose. I'm going to win. I'm going to win 150 minus 50 is 100, or I'm going to win 350 minus 150 is 200. So one way I'm winning 100, the other way I'm winning 2, and I could win them both because I could get the 350 plus the 150 could both win because of the trap. I can win 5. I can't lose, and I can only win. It's just how much do I win. And that's the art of betting teasers, but that's why you want the 6-point teaser. The 10-1 is just the odds are just so bad. I mean, I'm doing a 15-team teaser at 30-1. I mean, it's okay, I went 17-1 this week, but I still had the 1 loser. Still cost me some teasers. So, food for thought. Anyway, good luck, everybody. I hope you made some money. I know I made a lot of people money with the Mississippi State game. A lot of people weren't even going to bet it, and I said, I got it with Arkansas, and they went up and bet Mississippi State, and it got a W for everybody. So, anyway, good luck to everybody. Please email me, contact me. www.teaserking.com. Go there, you can get my email. You can leave comments here, and I'll email you. Just ask questions. Now there was a buddy of mine. He said, he didn't know me before, and he had bet Nebraska, and I said I got BYU. Well, so let's say you're a serious bettor, and this guy was. Part of what I can do is just basically be a consultant for you, where you say, well, who do you like in this game? So you might buy my package just to get my games, and on that game, you like Nebraska and I like BYU, you don't play it. You don't have to play the BYU if you like Nebraska, but I would have saved that guy money because he wouldn't have bet Nebraska. And forget the Hail Mary, I'm not even talking about that. Nebraska was laying 5 in the game. I had a BYU teaser plus 11. He couldn't win. He was only up 1 point. So Nebraska was not covering the spread. I would have had him on BYU, or he wouldn't have played the game. It saves him money of the bet. And then if he goes with me, he wins the BYU side. But at worst case, he sits there and says, well, I'm not going to bet Nebraska because Howard likes BYU. So I'm going to scratch that game. And I put him on to Mississippi State. And I know he bet Mississippi State because I saw him make the bet. And I gave him that. I said I got him with Arkansas, and Arkansas was rolling. And then we had Mississippi State. Told him to take it with Notre Dame, Oklahoma, and it didn't matter. And that's what happened. So you have that going also. I had a guy ask me why the 6-point teaser, and I said, well, why not pick him even? Well, because taking a team from 2 to 8 or from 7 down to 1 is huge. And like I said, I'm playing pocket aces, pocket kings, pocket queens, to use a vernacular from poker. I'm not looking at playing these, pocket fours or king nine, 9, 10 of diamonds. I don't play those games. So when I'm making a pick, it's a strong pick. I lose part of it as I'm using my trend analysis, which I break each team down into their role. So if the team is 10-0 as a road dog, I'm thinking about, okay, then I look at the injuries and the matchup, and that's what I'm trying to do a little bit more, is get that matchup down. Is this a passing team, running team, defensive team? And when I get an over team playing an over team, then I'm pounding it. If I get a real good defensive team as a good dog, that's what I'm looking for. Is the team a good dog or not? Are they a good favorite? Can they cover the big spread? Or, like Temple. I took Temple last week. Now some of these I didn't play on the site because I played multiple team teasers. So I played like a 7-team teaser while I had Temple, Notre Dame, and those. So that's why you don't see it on my pick. I'm trying to add that into my picks where I'm going to put multiple team teasers, but my IT guy's working on that. But at this point, so that's why you don't see it. I don't want anybody get offended like, oh, well, you didn't give me Temple. That's the reason it was part of a multiple team teaser where I needed 6 teams. But it just shows me Temple's a live dog, well coached. Quarterback was fine, the defense was great, and they scored on Penn State. So that's what I'm looking at more, is the matchup per se. All right, everybody, have a great day. I look forward to week 2. I'll be having that video out very soon. And I see at least 4 or 5 locks that I'm going to put out for week 2. In college, I have my pro lock. So it's should be another big weekend. Have a nice day, everybody. Again, it's www.teaserking.com. This is Howard.